Alright. Hey everyone, it's Eric Wen, and it's good to be back, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about overthinking. So this past week I went on a mini family vacation, and at one point during a river rafting excursion, there was an opportunity to jump off this decently high rock into some water. All the rest of my siblings, my parents, they just sort of scurried up the rocks and jumped. But when I tiptoed to the edge, I paused, I waited, I looked at the water, and then I looked at my feet, and then I looked at the sky. Finally I did jump, and it was fun, but that sort of pause on the rock, I was just thinking a little too much. I've basically been an in my head person my entire life, and for a really, really long time, I wish that I actually wasn't like this. It always seems so much easier to not be playing out scenarios in my head, or thinking about what things mean, or how I got there, thinking about what things would look like to an outside observer, or it just sometimes seems freeing to not be someone who's always aware of what other people are thinking or feeling, or one of these people who's always clicking away thinking about what they're thinking about. The main times overthinking has sort of hit a sore spot for me aren't actually when I'm jumping off a rock. It feels the worst when I'm hit with just sort of reflective mode and then a little bit of reclusive mode at what feels like really awkward, inopportune times. I'll be out with friends, I'll be at a concert, I'll be out dancing, I'll be trying so hard to enjoy the moment, to live in the moment, and just out of nowhere, bam, the thinking in my head just gets loud. And in turn, me externally, I'll get a little quiet. I'll start wondering, I'll be distracted. And when other people I care about are around and the timing just seems wrong, my perceptive side goes, bah! And I sometimes feel very uncomfortable or like a burden. I'll feel like I'm being weird. And then I'll feel a little bit like an outsider, and then I'll feel a little misunderstood. And sometimes that all adds up to make me feel lonely. And so for a good amount of my life, I really did wish that I wasn't so much of an overthinker. I should just become a live in the moment person, right? Like, don't make other people uncomfortable, just loosen up. No, here's why. That thinking thing, it's just me. And it's good, and it's okay, and there's nothing wrong with that. Further, that overthinking thing, that thing that leads to sometimes me feeling uncomfortable or awkward or just are also the sources of all of my biggest strengths and joys and passions. You can't detangle them. They go hand in hand. My times when I feel hyper self-conscious, that's also the same part of my brain that makes me very self-aware. My thinking about what things mean or how I got there, or, who would I be if I shut that off or didn't embrace that? I mean, this YouTube channel for sure would not exist. That perceptive, intuitive side of what other people are thinking and feeling, that's a huge source of how I can be a great encourager for other people. I'm good at sort of connecting dots and figuring people out and figuring out what's meaningful to them so that I can communicate with them in a way that's insightful or different or can help them out. That perceptive side also helps me get along very easily with a huge diverse range of people, introverts, extroverts, cool kids, outsiders. So how dare I wish away my overthinking or treat it like a burden? Let's not miss our strengths and our weaknesses. Of course I have a lot to learn, but those strengths and weaknesses are so tangled together, and as I get older, I'll learn more how to wrestle with that and maximize the strengths, minimize the weaknesses. But the main bottom line is, let's not try to delete pieces of ourselves or silence tools that we have to help other people, to encourage other people, to connect with other people just because it feels uncomfortable sometimes. There's probably things in your life that you view as weaknesses that are actually probably your strengths. And also, just random side commentary. Contrary to what society says, it's okay to be quiet sometimes. It's okay to feel awkward sometimes. It's okay to feel uncomfortable feelings sometimes. Thanks for listening, guys. I'm Eric Wen, young adult, pumped, passionate about sharing stories to encourage you and hopefully give you an opportunity to think more deeply. So if you're interested in seeing more of that content, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. I've got a podcast out every Tuesday. Yeah, I'll see you guys with the next one. Peace.